Hello. We're going to continue with 19 ways to pray today. Today we have our fifth way of praying on prayer through breathing. Again, my name is Father Ignatius Mazanowski. I'm the pastor here at St. John Vianney Parish, and I'm the rector at the Chapel of the Holy Cross. I'm here in Sedona, Arizona. I don't know if you've been to Sedona, Arizona, or maybe you've heard about it, but Sedona, Arizona is known for its connection to the New Age movement. And there are many spiritual practices that fall under the New Age movement. Eventually I'm going to do some videos on that. But for now, it's just good to know that there's lots of different practices that don't fall under Christianity, that fall under the New Age movement. And one of those is what people call breathwork. Breathwork could probably mean 20 different things. But here in Sedona, there's breathwork that's offered at retreat centers. And so I want to just acknowledge that in the beginning and say that what I'm proposing today through prayer, through breathing, is not exactly breathwork that like the New Age movement is proposing. It's something different. And with that being said, as human beings, it's true, we are both physical and spiritual. And we have emotions and we have our thoughts. There's things happening in your body and that you're sometimes aware of and sometimes not aware of. There's things that are happening in your conscience as you make moral choices. And there's things that are happening in your heart. There's spiritual realities that you're processing throughout your day. So as human beings, we're complex, right? There's more than just one thing happening, and we are both a physical persons as well as spiritual persons. And one of the goals to be spiritually healthy and to be healthy psychologically in general is to connect these different parts of ourselves into one, to have a sense of connection between our mind and our heart, between our body and our soul, instead of being disconnected, to have a sense of integration where we're integrating these different parts of ourselves into one, instead of being disintegrated, instead of having these separate, isolated parts of ourselves that are not integrated at all. So when we think of being healthy spiritually, part of it is a sense of integration, a sense of connection. And one of the ways that we can work on that, and one of the ways that we can come to that, is again to realize that we have this spiritual part of ourselves, we have this physical part of ourselves, and we don't want to discount the spiritual from the non-spiritual. The reality is that we are integrated as human beings. St. Thomas Aquinas would say that while the soul is distinct from the body, the soul is also integrated with the body, and that it's both. It's a both and. It's not an either or. That we want our mind and our heart to be connected, our body and our soul to be integrated together. Aristotle would describe human beings as embodied spirits. And it turns out that breathing is actually part of being alive. If our breath, our breathing gives life to our bodies. And without breath, you would not be able to live very long. In fact, death can occur within 4 to 6 minutes of you stopping, not being able to breathe. If you stop breathing for 4 to 6 minutes, it's possible that you would die. And after 5 minutes of not breathing, it's very likely that if you survived, you would have some form of brain damage. That's the reality. That's how we're made. Breath is part of life. And so paying attention to your breathing can become a part of your prayer. And the easiest way for me to show you this is to just demonstrate it and give you an example of it. And maybe as I'm saying this, you can try it with me. I'll say it slow enough so you can try it. And what I'm proposing is a way that you could start your prayer time. Let's say you're going to pray for 20, 30 minutes. Maybe you start with this sense of connecting with God through your breath itself, allowing breathing to be a prayer. And it's also a way to allow your mind to calm down a little bit. And for many of us, we have all kinds of things happening in our lives. And it's hard to rest. It's hard to focus on God. It's hard to become aware and open to His presence. And this simple way of praying that I'm going to show you can help with that. It really doesn't have to take very long. It could simply be 2 minutes. It could be maybe 2 to 5 minutes. It could be longer as well. But what I'm proposing for now is just that it would be a short time of prayer that helps lead you into more prayer with God. So if you do want to try it with me, maybe you want to close your eyes. It's a little easier that way. And I'll just lead you through this meditation. So the first step would be to discover your breath, to become aware that you're breathing, to consciously realize that you are breathing, and to become aware of that. And as you do that, step 2 is just to follow your breath as you breathe in, as you breathe out, and just allow it to continue without interfering with it. God made us in such a way that we just breathe without even trying. It's more of an unconscious thing, but we can consciously start to pay attention to it, that you're breathing in and you're breathing out. And as you do that, step 3, become aware of your finiteness, that you are finite, and become aware of God's all-encompassing presence around you. And become aware of God's all-encompassing presence around you. And step 4, just begin to remember that breath leads to life. And that the breath of life, or the Spirit, was breathed into Adam and Eve in Genesis by God. Allow your breathing to put you in touch with your own feelings and with the presence of the Holy Spirit within you. And then step 5, begin to repeat this phrase. I'm going to give you 2 options. You could use the phrase, "Come, Holy Spirit," or you could use the phrase, "Jesus, I trust in you." And so as you breathe in, you could say, "Come, Holy Spirit." And as you breathe out, you could say, "Come, Holy Spirit." Or as you breathe in, you could say, "Jesus, I trust in you." As you breathe out, you could say, "Jesus, I trust in you." And then step 6, as you breathe in, you could say, "Come, Holy Spirit." And as you breathe out all doubt, all worry, all negativity, all fear. As you breathe in, you can breathe in, "Come, Holy Spirit." As you breathe out, you can breathe out anything that's you want to let go of. As you breathe in, you can breathe in, "Jesus, I trust in you." And as you breathe out, again, you can breathe out all doubts, all worry, all negativity, all anger, all fear. Just allow yourself to do that for a moment. Allow yourself to come into the presence of God. Okay, well, hopefully you were able to try that. Again, it's a very simple thing, but it's fulfilling because it is a way to pray with your body and not just your mind. It is a way to connect your body with your mind, your heart, with your body. your body with your soul, and really just to become more conscious and thankful of the gift of life that comes through breathing, the gift of life that God gives us each and every day.